Hey guys, it's Alex from Children of the Watch here to give my instant reaction to the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer. I'm going to watch it for the first time, give you my initial thoughts, and then tomorrow on the channel and the podcast, we will have the full scene-by-scene breakdown and speculation for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show on the podcast. I am so excited to watch this. Let's check it out. No, Obi-Wan, the fight's not done. Don't be sad, Obi-Wan. What is that? No. Luke! Luke Skywalker. Oh, that's incredible. Stay hidden. Duel of the Fates! Let's go! Grand Inquisitor. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves
Oh, and Lars. Okay, so this character's named Reva. Nice.
is like an itch. He cannot help it. Where is he?
Oh, the spinning lightsaber. The fifth brother. Wow. Oh, gosh, this looks incredible. The Jedi symbol on a wall. Birds that kind of look like the Mirai from Ahsoka. Wow. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. I loved every second of that trailer. The opening on Tatooine, incredible. Obi-Wan is very, very sad, saying that they've lost. Now, just to remind you, this is 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, about 9 years before A New Hope. Obi-Wan's still looking a little more Ewan McGregor than he is Alec Guinness, but I'm wondering if they're going to pull some sort of Star Wars thing and the events of that happen in this show kind of make him look a little bit older than what he should and why he looks like Alec Guinness by the time we get to A New Hope, because that's quite a jump from where he is now to Alec Guinness. But he does have some gray in his beard. The Jedi mullet is back. And just right off the start, it's setting the tone for what this show is going to be, and it's everything that I hoped that it would be. And you can probably hear it in my voice because I grew up with the prequels. I grew up as a child. I saw The Phantom Menace in theaters as a 9-year-old, and so it just captured me. I love the prequels. I was 12 when Attack of the Clones came out and 15 when Revenge of the Sith came out, so it just captured me right in that special time as a Star Wars fan. And so the prequels are very special to me, and I'm so looking forward to the show because it seems like it's going to be playing off a lot of the things that the prequels did, and it's a celebration of them as well. And so I'm super excited about that. It's really cool to see Obi-Wan in this state of mind that we haven't really seen him in before, except at the end of Revenge of the Sith, of just total devastation that they've lost. He's lost his apprentice, became a Sith Lord, everything, the Republic, the Jedi Order, it's all gone. And you can kind of see the weight of that on Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then when he's watching through the macro binoculars, the Lars homestead, that is incredible. And on the roof of the Lars homestead is a young Luke Skywalker. And what really stood out to me in that first watch of the trailer, it looked like he was pod racing, or like he was pretending to pod race, and he had the goggles on just like a young Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace. And that was really cool, those two parallels, because at this is pretty much the same age that Anakin was in The Phantom Menace. Luke now is that same age. And so it makes me wonder, okay, he's doing those kind of moves with his hands a little bit. Has he actually seen some footage of a pod race and not knowing that was his dad or something along those lines. I don't know, but that's a really cool thought. And then just that whole idea of Obi-Wan just watching over them is great. And then we get some lines from the Grand Inquisitor. And if you're not familiar with who the Grand Inquisitor is, he is from Star Wars Rebels. And Star Wars Rebels takes about 5 years after the Obi-Wan Kenobi story. This series, Rebels, takes place about 5 years after that. And so if you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels, I would definitely encourage you to watch it, because not only is it informing things, obviously, on this show, it's going to be informing things on The Mandalorian, Ahsoka. It's already done that. So make sure you watch Star Wars Rebels, because it's just incredible Star Wars. But in Star Wars Rebels, we were really introduced for the first time this whole idea of the Inquisitors. And the Inquisitors work directly for Darth Vader. They are Force sensitive. They have lightsabers like you saw in that trailer, the spinning lightsabers. That's what they're known for. They have these spinning lightsabers because they're not as quite skilled in the Force as a Sith is, but they're trained to use the dark side and to hunt Jedi. That is what their job is to hunt Jedi. And so we see several Inquisitors in this trailer. The Grand Inquisitor, who's like the leader of them all, and he reports directly to Darth Vader. We also saw the new Inquisitor that we saw images of from EW this morning. Her name is Reva, which is a very interesting name. It sounds a little bit like Revan. So that's kind of interesting. And then we also saw the fifth brother in this. There were a lot of rumors that the fifth brother would be in this. He is also in Star Wars Rebels. And here he is in live action. It is just incredible. We also saw the fortress that the Inquisitors call home. And you also see this fortress, and you play in this fortress in Jedi Fallen Order. I don't want to spoil that, but you should play that game too. A lot of Inquisitors in that game. So it's just really, really cool to see all this come to life on the screen. Owen Lars, played by Joel Edgerton in the prequels, and he's returning to play Owen Lars as well. And what's really cool is, like, when he was cast in the prequels, he wasn't a well-known movie star like he is now. Like, I think a lot of people recognize him a lot more than they did when the prequels came out. And so it's going to be really cool to see his take on Owen Lars, kind of that gruff, angry Owen Lars. And I'm guessing the events of this story, of this show, are going to play out in such a way that Owen and Obi-Wan are going to have a falling out, because you get the sense in A New Hope that Owen and Obi-Wan don't really like each other. And I'm guessing this show is going to show us why. Also, we get confirmation that this show will not just take place on Tatooine, it's going outwards. Now, I know a lot of people might feel a certain way about that, but honestly, I'm kind of excited that Obi-Wan's getting off Tatooine, because imagine being at one place for 20 years as a Jedi. Like, this guy probably did leave from time to time, and if not, this is probably his only time he's left. And I can imagine two scenarios why he would leave. Number one, Luke's in danger. Okay, so either the Inquisitors, we saw them on Tatooine, they're very close to Luke Skywalker. If they're on Tatooine in Mos Eisley, they are too close to Luke Skywalker for Obi-Wan's comfort. So I can see two scenarios. Either he's leading them away from Tatooine to chase him, or one of them have learned the name Skywalker and they're taking it back to Darth Vader to report directly to him, to let them know that there is a Skywalker, and that means that somebody might be Force sensitive, right? Like, I'm sure the Inquisitors, although they don't know Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader, very doubtful that they know that. They do know that Anakin Skywalker was a very powerful Jedi. So, like, they would probably be guessing, okay, if there's a Skywalker, he's probably Force sensitive. He can join us. He can be an Inquisitor. And they're wanting to take that name back to Darth Vader, and Obi-Wan's got to stop them. So he would have to leave Tatooine to do that. I am so excited about this, and the images that came out with EW. They looked incredible. The birds, by the way, that fluttered out, they kind of look like the Mirai, which follow Ahsoka around. And we'll get into all that and more. The images. We'll break this trailer down scene by scene on the podcast and our YouTube tomorrow. So Mac is going to join me to break everything down and give you our full unbridled speculation. Some might call it irresponsible speculation. So make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube and on the podcast so you don't miss that episode tomorrow. I am so pumped about this show, and I cannot wait to talk about it. So make sure you're subscribed. Can't wait. Tomorrow we'll have our full scene by scene breakdown. Until then, keep the watch.